Now, the ability to protect the citizens of the community does not lie within the police department or the law enforcement of any city. The job to protect the citizens of any community lies within the law enforcement of that community. So it's the law enforcement job to do it. But what they don't have is the ability to do it. So we face a situation where the community have to protect itself. Because the difference between a job and the responsibility is that a job is something that starts at a certain time and ends at a certain time. It's an assignment tended by a certain amount of hours, tended by a certain amount of tasks. A responsibility and a duty is something that you are committed to do. Now, while it is the law enforcement's job to protect the community, it is the community's duty to protect the community. The thing about the law is that the law does not protect, it only punishes. It punishes because that's what it's capable, that's what it's set up to do, that's what they do best. It doesn't protect, not because they don't want to protect, but because it's not possible to protect all your citizens. So what the community have to do, what we have to do as the community is to provide the law enforcement with the cases that needs to be punished, with the crimes that needs to be punished. What we have right now between the police department and the local community of any city is a disconnect, especially within the urban community where you have most crimes happening. There's less communication with the police department because the trust level has been broken, because it's a popular concept and it's a popular belief, and we've seen a lot of videos now on national TV with police department, police officers not following the right rules and overstepping certain boundaries when it comes to the civil rights of its citizens. And civil rights are there to protect not the majority but the minority people. So a law is something that is supposed to work regardless of who it applies to, regardless of where it's applied, regardless of when it's applied, regardless of why it's applied. That's why it's called a law. It's a principle. And these are laws that we follow. Everybody have to follow. We have to respect. We have the problem on both sides. But what we're saying now, we have seen where the federal government has stepped in and has mandated certain things like body cameras for police officers so that we can have an accurate record of what happens when a shooting has ensued, when somebody's life has been lost, because everybody's saying these things are happening and there's no evidence. So dead man tell no tears. If you take a person's life and there's no evidence, dead man tell no tears. So it seems like the federal government is doing their part, solving that problem. Now, how about the people who were not innocent? How about the real criminals that's out there that's still doing crimes and getting away with it? The system is still not able to punish those crimes. And as I said before, the law enforcement does not protect because it cannot protect, it only punishes. So now it's up to guys like myself who are masters of the web, masters of information technology, to set up and to design structures that's going to help these agencies of law enforcement to do their job by connecting the community, the public, with these agencies where they can send information back and forth in real time and solving crimes. And that is what Mopass does, that is what my company does, that is what we set up. That's why we create the Mopass Rapp, which stands for Remote Access Portal. That means we set up the technology where you will place the technology within inside your department where you can actually see what's going on the street. So if there's a crime going on, you can see that in real time because the information can be sent to you and you can be communicating back and forth with the citizen. Very easy. Everybody from your smartphones. This is where the internet is. It's not on a laptop anymore, or it's not on a desktop anymore. It's in a smartphone. This is where the technology is. If what you're doing, if your effort to solve crime or to be effective in that matter of solving crime, if nothing is going on in here, if this is not a part of your plan, then it's going to fail. If you can connect, if you're gonna connect with people to the internet, you have to connect through their smartphones. And so far, there has not been an effective system that has been designed to assist the police department or to assist any law enforcement department to connect with the community in an effective way until we came aboard and decided that we were going to do this. When my brother was killed, was murdered about 3 years ago, when somebody in the neighborhood walked up and take my brother's life, then I decided to change the direction of my programming and I started building this system. Now we have the system ready. We want every single department to have it and to put it to work. Because what we intended with our company, we intend that no longer will anybody commit a crime and get away with it, especially very serious crime. And this is what we're trying to help. We need you to help us. You have a lot of companies out there that can build this technology, but they won't build it, the technology, because it's not feasible. It's not financially feasible. So what we have done is we gambled. We took the time out. We took 3 years and put all the time into the system and build the system with the hope that when we design the system that it will be received by the department, because we are here out here with the people on our side ready to present the crimes, ready to show you what's going on in the streets. So now it's your time to get the system going and connect with your people. In terms of what we charge to create the system and to make the system possible, we're not that concerned about money. It's never was a big deal for me. I never had it, never worry about it, and I never feel and it's sort of envy for those who have. Because my life that I live is to serve a purpose, and the greatest purpose that we can serve is to protect people, especially innocent people. That is what the Mopass Rap is all about. This is the system that we create. It's a real time crime solving technology, and you can read about it below. Contact us through our program, and we'll be more than happy to come in. We don't have to come to the police department, the police location, department location, or the location of any law enforcement agent is to set up a service there. We can stay right where we are and set up the service and authorize it and connect everything. We don't need to connect to the police department to their database. We don't need to know what's in the database. Our program works independently. We are presenting new crimes for your department to punish. If you have a database, if you have images and data information of your most wanted people or people that you want to put on our system, you can easily put it within the same system, and we'll make that, we'll publish that, we'll provide that to the public so that everybody can access that through their cell phone. But as far as connecting to the database of any department, there is no security risk there. We don't need to do that because the crimes are happening and they're not being punished. And we're watching TV and we're watching these, law enforcement TVs, and it's making things look better than than it really is, and the crime is being solved on a more effective basis when it's not. Because my brother, the killer from my brother, is still out there somewhere. And had my system been in place, I'm not saying that the crime would not have happened, but at least we would have had closure by now that this person is caught and punished. We are still waiting today, and we saw no progress. We hadn't heard from the police department in the longest time about anything. It's it's nothing going on. It's not gonna happen. We don't want any more family to suffer and to go through the pain that we had been through our family. So we invented this system. My name is Delroy Young, and I am looking forward to speaking with you and to set up what we have to set up for your department so that we can be more effective in our endeavor to protect our community, especially our children, our young children being born into the world and looking up to us as fathers, as role models, as people, as those with strong arms to protect them from the evil world that they never asked to come here. They never asked to come here in this world. It is our duty to protect our family, not just only the family of police officers, but the family of everybody, every citizen. I want to thank you so much, and we're looking forward to speaking